They want to put you in prison. And the most shocking thing I've seen in a long time, Benny Thompson, who tries to come off as this avuncular kind of wise man, from the January 6th committee. He wants to put you in prison without Secret Service. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've reacted to it yet, but he's got a proposal that would terminate Secret Service. Now, I don't think you're going to jail, but let's face it, theoretically, it could happen. He wants to deprive you of your Secret Service if you go to prison. These Democrats want you dead. You realize that?
Greg Kelly is now getting his talking points directly from Marjorie Taylor Greene, to be clear. Again, I will say what I have said many times now. I have no interest in Donald Trump being killed. I can only speak for myself as a Democrat. I'll leave the others to comment if they choose to. But I do think that people who commit crimes should suffer the consequences. And if that means going to jail, then that means going to jail. Now, we can have a debate about whether he should have Secret Service or whatever. But in terms of context for that debate, let's bear in mind that Donald Trump is going to be in the fancy pantsiest ass jail that you've ever seen in your life if he ends up in one. He's not going to be shivved in the back by like a melted down toothbrush. Let's just be very clear about that. That's my answer to what Greg Kelly said. Here's what Trump had to say.
Yeah, because I'm the one that turns things around. I'm the one that had the best economy in history. I'm the one that had the best border in history. I'm the one that had the low energy prices, and we were respected all over the world, and we were doing things like nobody's ever done, and we had the best economy ever.
Okay, there were a net loss of 3 million jobs by the end of his presidency. I know everybody likes to just forget 2020 and what happened, but that was not the best economy in the world, and we're now doing better, thank God. Even if you're not talking about the real economy, you're just talking about like the rich person's economy, the stock market or whatever, it's doing way, way, way better than it did during Donald Trump's presidency, just to be clear. That was just the beginning of his attempts to distract from what they were talking about. He went off about oil and EVs and the Green New Deal and a whole bunch of stuff, but he eventually got back around to the stuff he likes the best, the spicy stuff. Listen to this.
They are trying to put you in jail. No, my question is, you were asked about that. You said, look, these are good people. I don't want to hurt them. And I kind of thought that was a very honorable thing to say. What happens if you become president again regarding them and the rest?
Well, let me tell you, I didn't want to. I thought it would be a terrible thing. And there were opportunities, obviously, and good, strong control. Everything was good, but I did not want to. And I thought it would be a terrible thing for our country. They don't care. These people are radical lunatics. They don't care. And they have to be very careful with what they're doing because it comes back to bite. And you're right about it. I had putting her, that would have been a horrible thing to do, I thought. But they don't mind doing it. And you're talking president, not look, the wife of Bill Clinton would not have been a nice thing to do. But I felt that way. I really did. I felt that way. And she was quite nasty. And by the way, to this day, she talks about the election. Nobody goes after her. They go after conservative Republicans. They go after Christians.
Yeah, she conceded within one day. I'll just keep reminding people of that. And so the guy who used to get applause for baselessly arguing that he was going to lock Hillary Clinton up, then gets found to have committed all these crimes. So then the right has to pretend that even talking about locking people up is unacceptable, even though they loved it when Trump was doing it. You have that guy, Greg Kelly, who is like if a fascist was a hippo, he'd be one of the little birds like eating at the skin of the fascist. He's saying, hey, they're trying to lock you up for all these crimes that I won't talk about the details of because it looks really bad for you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say that you're gonna lock them up? For what? Who knows? We have no idea, but just say you're gonna lock them up. And of course, Trump goes off on that because that's the fantasy that he likes to spin for his side. Democrats should be locked up, even though we can't say what the crime is, and Republicans should go free, even though we've seen all of the crimes being committed with our very eyes. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. Brett, what do you think?
They don't want felons to vote. He wants felons to have Secret Service protection.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
He's doing an impression of Donald Trump to Donald Trump. Like, I don't know if you've seen this show, The Office, but that's Andy's whole approach to when he first comes to the Scranton branch, and everybody hates Andy. He's always everybody's least favorite character on The Office because he just wants to do like personality mirroring, and all they're doing is, these, as I called them, previously on the show, salacious be dumbs out there that are just like, let me just eat up all the crumbs off your chin.
100%.
I was thinking like there's, you know how they have second audio programming and you can generate like the captions at the bottom of the screen for those who are hearing impaired. You have English, I'm sure, Spanish, and then like Trump ball gurgler. And the whole thing is just the sound of Greg Kelly going, just pushing the mushroom out of his face. That's Newsmax. Sorry.
The show was fun while it lasted. Even once you said the thing, I was thinking, surely he won't do a sound effect.
And you type it. Someone has like one of those little pads from the the stenographer pads, and they're like, what
am I going to do?
That's what it
for
is.
Money
and I'm doing this satirically, obviously, because it's that obscene. This is obscene, and people need to recognize just how obscene it is. When Trump got elected, I said he'd be like a fart in a room, and people would walk in from other countries and be like, "It stinks in here," and we're like, "Oh my God, I've got nose blind to it."
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Now, I don't want to think about what you said before. Yes, as people are pointing out, award-winning show, The Damage Report. I hope that the shorties aren't watching this because we're not going to get that award then. But anyway, I do want to fact check you on something, not having anything to do with that stuff. There's a worse character on The Office. I don't want to name names because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but there is a much more annoying character than Andy. But anyway. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.